that I don't care is because everybody has an opinion, number one. Number two, I get paid for mine. Number three, and most importantly, it's my opinion based on the facts as presented. I'm not getting personal. I'm not deriding or denigrating anybody. I'm just calling it like I see it when asked or when it's part of my job.
Who did you have winning?
I personally thought Manny put it out, and I feel like he deserved a win.
From fighters and their trajectory and their potential earning power. So I'm always like, the judges need to get it right in every scenario.
Stephen A. Smith expressed his strong opinion that Manny Pacquiao did enough to win his fight against Mario Barrios. He criticized the judges, calling the result a robbery, and emphasized that while everyone has their own view, Pacquiao's performance clearly outperformed Barrios. Bobby Pacquiao also shared his surprise at the outcome, questioning what the judges saw to call it a draw. Despite believing Manny deserved the victory, he acknowledged the need to accept the decision, even if it felt unjust.
Why do you think the judges saw it the other way for the draw?
I'm long time. I'm a fighter also. I'm a fighter. 14 years in the ring, or 14 years in the ring. But I know the score. You know that. You know the score. So many judges, but I'm surprised that the decision is like that. I'm surprised. But anyway, the judges and the decision is now. Just accept. Really accept that decision.
Do you want to see your brother keep fighting?
Right now, just focus with family.
In a post-fight interview, rising star Kermel Martin shared his take on the controversial Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios outcome. He confidently stated he thought Manny won, though the judge's decision declared it a draw. Martin's comments highlight the growing divide between fan perception and official scoring. He also hinted that a rematch might not happen, adding to fans' disappointment. With Manny's age and Barrios' current champion status, the decision not only shocked fans but also closed the door on what could have been a legendary comeback.
Pro boxing fans here with Kamel Mo and Kamel. Just seen a draw between Pacquiao and Barrios tonight. What do you think?
It was a great fight, and Pacquiao put on a hell of a performance, and much respect to Barrios as well. It takes two to tango, so it's just an overall great fight.
Who did you have winning?
I personally thought Manny put it out, and I feel like he deserved a win. But it's boxing, and I'm not mad at a draw either.
Do you want to see a rematch, or do you think they should both fight other people?
I don't think I want to see a rematch. Manny did. It was a great fight. I think we should just leave it at that. I would like to see, Pacquiao and Mayweather too. That's really the fight I want to see. And
Kamel on the undercard.
Definitely, absolutely. Yeah, that'd be a huge card.
What do you think of Barrios in there tonight?
I don't know. I think Pacquiao's style was kind of throwing him off. I've had a lot of very skilled fighters.
Managing expectations for 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao was always going to be challenging. Many overlook how aging affects a fighter's speed, reflexes, and power. Despite no longer being in his prime, Manny delivered a surprisingly high-level performance, showing resilience and skill.
Last night was not a great fighter in his prime. He was a great fighter who was just a good fighter who was still a better fighter than the world champion at the time. He was so great in his prime that when he came down levels to being good, he's still better than the good ones. He's still the goodest. That's what you saw, and the fact that when he was fighting in his era, his rivals were also watching that car go by every 3 or 4 months, 2 times a year at 200 miles an hour and catching more glimpses of it. But these young fighters ain't been watching that, bro. Even if they're watching it, they're not living it. They're not studying it. They're worried about their contemporaries and rivals. So for him, this was like, what? Barrios, what's going on? The amount of adjustments that he needed to make, the southpaw, the in and out, the awkward angles, the underneath right jab, all of this shit is like, wait a minute, what's going on here? And that was a lesson for a young fighter that really he had a privilege to learn. He got a gift last night. Barrios will better from this fight forward than he would ever have been without it. Let me tell you that. This is what happens when you have a phenomenal, unique, absolute anomaly in the sport. That's what Pacquiao is. That's what he proved last night. I'm always the guy who cries when someone is robbed and when the fighter who should have his hand raised doesn't get it raised, and it's a crime to me to steal these from fighters and their trajectory and their potential earning power. So I'm always like, judges need to get it right in every scenario.
His ring IQ, footwork, and heart carried him through each round, flashing glimpses of the legendary fighter who once dominated multiple divisions. Fans and analysts praised his ability to control key moments, even against a younger opponent. Though a prime Manny performance was unlikely, he still demonstrated enough to earn respect. After the decision, the online boxing community erupted with outrage, especially on X, formerly Twitter, where a viral post claimed Manny was robbed and had clearly outboxed Barrios. Fans echoed this frustration, sharing sentiments that Manny threw better combinations, entertained more, and was the better fighter that night. Despite debates over power and punch output, one thing was clear: Manny appeared to outperform Barrios round after round, making the judges' scorecard hard to justify.
Okay. To 114. I thought Manny won. It was fine. I think Manny did a good job towards the end. Last round I gave it to Barrios, but the last 5 rounds,
Yeah,
the 12,
I had the same way.
it was Manny Pacquiao. I thought Barrios was gonna take it, but I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Well,
Great job by Manny Pacquiao, with 46 years old.
4 years old, 46. Look, and you know boxing, so people can't say that you're biased or you're just a
No,
straight.
I think he did great.
I think he
for
won.
his age,
Regardless.
Not the money that we used to know, but
Alright.
thank God he didn't lose.
No, he didn't lose. It was close to Jeff Horn. He didn't lose. Bradley won. He didn't lose. And tonight he didn't lose.
Another passionate fan voiced his fury over the scoring, reflecting the sentiments of countless viewers worldwide who felt the decision was unjust. He bluntly accused the judges in Las Vegas of being on drugs or possibly paid off. He insisted Manny Pacquiao dominated the fight, winning 11 out of 12 rounds easily, landing clean shots with his trademark speed and setting up impressive combos. Barrios even admitted after the fight that Manny was still an incredible fighter with surprising power. Many fans were most upset that the scorecards were so close. If just one more round had gone to Manny, he would have secured the victory.
Have to face. And then all of a sudden, Manny just starts cooking. He's just like, and Freddie said it, like he has this good 6th round, and Freddie was just like, you get him with a 5-punch combination, I think you can get him out of here. Now, I don't know if he was ever at that point. I can't say that Barrios was ever really in danger, but I think Freddie was right. Like, I just think that if Manny showed the threat, I just think it froze Barrios for all these rounds, and so he had a run of like 4 straight. And at my point, he's up on the scorecards, 87-84, which meant all he needed was one more round in my mind. And I was pretty in line with the TV broadcast. I think that we had a little bit of a swing on 8. I think 8 was a little closer, or 9 was a little closer, excuse me. But all he needed was one more round. And and mind you, I bet on him, but I was like, Barrios comes out in the 10th. His trainer's like, hey man, you can't respect this guy. And it's tough because Manny pulls these tricks like where he's like trying to delay coming out of the ring because his tape's messed up, or he's like messing with the guy saying, hey, you're hitting me low, and even the ref would be like, Manny, I'll determine if he's hitting low. But he's so charming. He just looks at me, you're like, I can't get mad at him. But Barrios comes down that 10th, has some really good body work, and you're like, all right, I think he took that one. So then it's 96-94. Get to the next round, Barrios, he has some that was the closest that you could have probably leaned Pacquiao, in my mind. But Barrios had some flurries. It just looked like he was getting better up. It kind of looked like Manny was starting to wear down a little bit. Just looked like he didn't have, because I think it's just at 46. I just don't think he has those combinations in the same way. Super entertaining. Had the time of my life watching him because he didn't embarrass himself. And I know a lot of people, I think the vast majority of people think that he won. I think the reaction to everybody was like, Barrios, you can mess with a 46-year-old? Like, Manny. They always say, like, oh, you got to beat the champ. It's a stupid thing. I hate that, but people believe in that. Oh, you got to take the belt. I think a lot of people thought of like, you gotta annihilate a 46-year-old or the 46-year-old.
Before returning to the ring, Manny faced concerns from fans and boxing experts about fighting at his age, especially against a younger, more active opponent. But Manny defied those worries, lasting all rounds and performing sharply and alertly throughout. His footwork, conditioning, and punch timing remained impressive. Instead of a sad farewell, the fight became a testament to Manny's resilience and a moment of redemption, proving he still belongs among boxing's elite.
Guys, I'm going to try and articulate what I've just seen to you, but it's really, really hard, because when something defies logic and something defies what you were expecting, I mean, going into this fight, I was more worried about Manny Pacquiao's health rather than whether or not I thought he could win this fight. So to watch it and watch something quite incredible, I'm really going to struggle through this video. I've got a couple of interesting things to say. I've got a few insights to give to you. But the number one thing people that are clicking on this video who haven't seen the fight will probably be thinking is, was this legitimately a draw? And I'm going to try and answer that question for you in this video. Hello everyone and welcome back to A Guy Called Henry. This is my instant reaction to Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. So please smash a like on this video, subscribe to A Guy Called Henry if you're new, and get your comment in the comment section below. Do you think Pacquiao won this fight? And what do you think he should do next? Guys, I cannot believe what I've just seen. I'm absolutely blown away. I'm so impressed. Manny Pacquiao at 46 years old had come back in the ring, and he would have broken the record as the oldest champion of all time, I believe. He would have broken his own record at the very least as the oldest welterweight champion of all time. And coming into this, I suspected that he had absolutely no chance. I thought after the Rukia Ampo fight that I saw, after the fact that he lost 4 years ago, I think it was, to Dennis Ugas, who Barrios had beaten, I don't think there was any chance of him winning this fight. But sometimes there's people out there that just defy everything you think and know. And I thought this fight was a gimmick. I thought this fight was a joke. And I can understand why people will question the credibility, the legitimacy of this result, because it is that mind-blowing. But go and watch this fight for yourself. See it with your own eyes. Manny Pacquiao was very good in there. He was very good in there. Is he the prime Pacquiao of old? No. Prime Pacquiao of old would have absolutely destroyed Barrios tonight. But Manny Pacquiao legitimately did well in that fight. Do I agree with the scorecard? I'm going to let you know what my scorecard was at the end of this video, but just talking in terms of what was happening in there, it was an interesting fight where Barrios was trying to use straight punches to keep Manny at bay, and he tried to counterpunch Manny. Manny would do his classic lunging in that he'd always do, and as he'd land those shots or hit his guard, Barrios would look to counter him immediately with straight shots. He'd also throw hooks to the body of Manny and straights to the body of Manny. Manny used a few veteran tactics in there to try and navigate those difficult rounds. He'd say, oh, it's a bit low.
Former champion Fernando Vargas spoke candidly about Manny's performance. While acknowledging Manny clearly didn't look like his prime, Vargas praised his effort and fighting spirit, noting that Manny left everything in the ring. Though the official outcome was disappointing, Vargas believed fans appreciated witnessing Manny's determination and skill once again.
I didn't like the decision.
Oh, well, okay. He spit on the draw. So he thought it was determined. Yeah, I thought it was strong. Why did you think it was a draw? It went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Did you like what you saw from Manny? Like who? Sorry, Manny. Oh yeah, definitely he's great. I mean, we can tell that he's not 100% like he used to be, because you know it showed that he was not as quick as he was once. You know what I mean? So I think did his thing though.
But I think Pacquiao still put on, man. You saw whether you're a Filipino, Mexican, you saw boxing, and I think that's what boxing is missing. You know, just the art. You know, you see flashbacks of Pacquiao, Barrera. I liked it. The fans were good.
Did you think it was a draw?
I didn't.
You did it. Who was that one?
I thought Barrios won. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I thought he edged it out because you gotta like legitimately beat the champ to, you know what I'm saying? And he was fighting for the belt. So, you know, my respects to Manny. I mean, he's 47 years old, and it's like the way he's doing and how he looks. I mean, I take my.
Social media, including boxing insiders, journalists, and retired fighters, expressed widespread disappointment with the decision. Many believed Manny had won more rounds than the judges awarded him. Experts broke down the fight frame by frame, highlighting Manny's clean punches and ring control that gave him a real advantage. The dissatisfaction extended beyond casual fans, involving respected figures in the sport, all calling for judging reforms. The stark difference between public opinion and the official result fueled ongoing debate about how championship fights are scored.
Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios fight to a majority draw. The one judge gave it in favor of Barrios, 115-113. My thoughts on this one: I thought Pacquiao did enough. Thought he did enough. Pacquiao did a good amount of work leading up, and it looked like going into those final 3 rounds, 10, 11, 12, Pacquiao had a good lead. Barrios needed the final 3 to be able to make a draw in this fight. The judges thought he did that. I personally didn't. Now, I'm not gonna lie, for the final round, I checked the live odds of Manny Pacquiao, and he was a massive favorite to win this fight. Now, think that there's a slight robbery here. The fans thought so too. And let's not lie, Manny Pacquiao is 46 years old. He is 46. So for him to step in there and go the distance with the champion of his old division is so impressive. I don't care what you think of Barrios. Manny Pacquiao is a warrior for stepping in there tonight. 46 years old, and he takes the champion to a majority draw in a fight where many will say that he did enough to get that nod. I would love to see him maybe try again. I think Pacquiao deserved the win here. What do we think? Thoughts on the fight?
Boxing analysts openly criticized the outcome, asserting that Manny deserved the win and a shot at making history at age 46. They argued the judges' scoring didn't match what happened in the ring and called for urgent reforms in judging standards. Fans across social platforms expressed anger over the draw, feeling Manny outboxed Barrios, especially given his age. Critics pointed out Barrios' lack of aggression and missed opportunities to challenge Manny, leaving many questioning the sport's credibility after this controversial result.
Manny Pacquiao event versus Mario was officially finished and left a lot of fans disappointed in Las Vegas. The fight took place in the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, and it ended in a majority draw. I was reading some of the comments, and a lot of people were saying that Pacquiao got robbed on the fight. Other people were saying that Mario was taking it easy on Manny Pacquiao. And remember, Floyd Mayweather said if this man right here got the W, he was going to give him a rematch. But since it's a draw now, we don't know what's going to happen there. After seeing the fight, I did see that Manny still had his combination punches, and he still has that speed that he's known for. Mario wasn't throwing that many punches, and he didn't seem to be all speed. But for the people that saw the fight, let me know what you guys think. Do you think Manny won or Mario? In today's time, it's actually very difficult to tell who's out there to really win that W or who's there just throwing the towel real quick and get that safety. I blame Jake Paul for this. But I'm very curious to know, what are your thoughts about all this down below in the comments? And like always, don't forget to follow for more viral news. Scout.
While debate rages over whether Manny did enough to secure a clear victory, many focus on Barrios' underwhelming effort. The younger champion failed to press the pace or make a significant impression. His passive approach surprised viewers, fueling speculation that he was either respecting Manny's legacy or hesitant to go all out. Whatever the reason, Barrios' lack of aggression made it seem like he didn't do enough to warrant even a draw, adding to the controversy over the judge's decision.
So yeah, everybody, this is Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. So yeah, everybody, Manny Pacquiao, this ended in a draw. So yeah, it was a good fight, very good fight. I thought Pacquiao edged it. Based off, I don't know, maybe eye-catching work, but Barrios was, I would say, was slipping away. Slipping away halfway through 7, around that there, and then he came back in the last couple of rounds, but same time, I think Pacquiao did enough to win. But it was a great fight, everybody. Manny Pacquiao looked far from done in the fight. He looked past, it looked like Father Time did beat him, and he was quite impressive tonight. More impressive than the expedition he did face in Japan not too long ago. So it was a great fight. Unfortunately, there was no win or down to either fighter. It was a draw. Second draw for Barrios, so his last draw was from Abdul Ramos. So yeah, so this was a great fight, everybody. What do you guys think about it? I thought it was a very, very good fight.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for more updates.